Gino's ultimatum stuns Jasmine in brutal 90-day fiancé breakup twist. The tension between Gino and Jasmine had been building like a volcano on the verge of eruption. Fans of 90 Day Fiancé were no strangers to the couple's fiery arguments, passionate reconciliations, and unpredictable rollercoaster of emotions. But no one, not even the most loyal viewers, could have predicted the shocking turn their relationship would take in what has now become one of the most dramatic breakup twists in franchise history. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. It all started with an ultimatum. The calm before the storm. For the past few weeks, Gino and Jasmine had been trying to settle into a new rhythm after Jasmine finally moved to Michigan. The cultural adjustment, the cold climate, and the lack of privacy in Gino's home were taking a toll on her. Still, Jasmine insisted she was committed to making their relationship work. Gino, for his part, had been doing everything he could, from buying her vegan groceries to installing a heater in the bedroom to keep her comfortable. But despite their efforts, cracks were beginning to show. Gino was growing increasingly frustrated with Jasmine's jealousy, while Jasmine felt emotionally neglected and often dismissed. Their love was intense, no doubt, but it was also becoming toxic. One evening, while sitting at their kitchen table over a plate of Jasmine's home-cooked lentils, Gino looked up from his plate and said words that would change everything. "I need to ask you something serious." Jasmine froze. "Do you want to be with me, or do you want to go back to Panama?" Silence fell over the room. Jasmine's fork hovered in the air, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. "The ultimatum," Gino continued. "You say you love me, but every day it feels like you're just waiting to catch me doing something wrong. If we're going to have a future, something needs to change. You need to trust me or this isn't going to work." Jasmine's eyes widened, her face shifting rapidly between shock, anger, and heartbreak. "So you're giving me an ultimatum?" she asked quietly. "I'm giving us a chance," Gino replied, "but it has to be based on mutual respect." Jasmine pushed her chair back slowly and stood up. "You don't understand what I've sacrificed to be here. I left my family, my job, my life for you. And now you want to throw it all away because I have emotions." "No," Gino said firmly. "I'm saying we need to fix this, but we can't do that if you're constantly accusing me or threatening to leave." Jasmine stormed off into the bedroom, slamming the door behind her. Gino sat there staring at the wall, his heart pounding. That night, Jasmine didn't come out. And the next morning, everything began to unravel. The breaking point. When Jasmine finally emerged, her eyes were red from crying, her voice trembling. "I called my mum last night," she said. Gino looked up, unsure what that meant. "She told me maybe I should come home. Maybe this isn't the place for me after all." Gino felt a pang in his chest. "So are you saying you want to leave?" "I don't know," Jasmine whispered, "but I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not enough." Gino stood up and walked over to her. "You are enough, but we're killing each other with this fighting. Maybe we rushed things." The words stung. Jasmine took a step back, her eyes filling with fresh tears. "I gave up everything for you," she repeated, almost in disbelief. "And now you're saying this might have been a mistake?" Gino didn't respond right away. He just looked at her, his own eyes misty. Finally, he nodded. "I don't know if love is enough anymore." And just like that, something between them broke. Jasmine's escape. 2 days later, Jasmine packed a suitcase. She said she needed time to think. Gino didn't try to stop her. He stood on the porch as she called an Uber to a nearby hotel. The ride was quiet. She looked out the window, watching the snow fall, wondering how a love that had once felt so powerful now felt like an anchor pulling her underwater. Out at the hotel, she called her sister in Panama and sobbed into the phone for over an hour. Her sister reminded her that she had always been strong, that maybe this was just a bad chapter, not the whole story. But Jasmine wasn't so sure. She began to reflect on everything, the constant battles, the lack of understanding, the resentment that had grown between them. Was love really enough to survive all that? Gino's regret, churn. Back home, Gino sat in the empty living room staring at the wall where a photo of him and Jasmine from their trip to Las Vegas still hung. Her laughter echoed in his mind, the playful moments, the sweet kisses, the shared dreams. He realized he missed her already. But he also knew something had to give. He called her. "I didn't mean to push you away," he said when she answered. "I just didn't know how to deal with the fights anymore." Jasmine listened in silence. "I still love you," he added. "I love you too," she whispered. "But maybe love isn't enough if we can't stop hurting each other." Neither of them had an answer. They just sat there in silence, separated by a phone call and 1,000 emotional miles. Core 4 and a final dinner. Tss. 3 days later, they agreed to meet at a quiet Italian restaurant on the outskirts of town. It was neutral territory, and both hoped to find some kind of closure or maybe a miracle. The conversation started off gently, with small talk and awkward smiles. But soon the emotional floodgates opened. "I came here thinking this would be my forever," Jasmine said, her voice cracking. "But it feels like I'm losing myself." "I don't want that for you," Gino said. "I want you to be happy even if it's not with me." They held hands for a long time, tears flowing freely. The waiter discreetly kept his distance. They shared dessert, they laughed a little, they cried a lot. And then, when the bill came, they looked at each other and knew it was over. Saying goodbye. Back at the hotel, Jasmine hugged Gino one last time. It was tight, desperate, full of every memory they had made and every regret they now carried. "I'll never forget you," she whispered. "Neither will I," Gino replied. The next morning, Jasmine boarded a flight to Panama. Her heart was heavy, but she also felt a strange sense of peace. Sometimes, love meant knowing when to let go. And Gino, he watched her plane take off from the window of his car, the tears streaming down his cheeks, wondering if he had just lost the greatest love of his life. A month later, Jasmine posted a photo on Instagram back in her hometown, surrounded by family smiling with the caption, "Healing is not linear, but it's possible." Gino, meanwhile, focused on therapy and rebuilding his life. He remained single, introspective, and cautious. Friends said he still carried Jasmine in his heart. Their story, though painful, had become a lesson for viewers everywhere about communication, respect, and the hard truths of love. And though their time together had ended, the impact of their journey would remain etched in 90-Day Fiancé history forever. TLC spin-off called 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9. However, their relationship is as problematic as fans saw them last time on The Last Resort. It was seen that Jasmine wanted an open marriage. However, her husband was against the notion. She tried to explain her reasons, but Gino was not on board with the same. Later, during the tell-all earlier this year, it was revealed that Jasmine was pregnant, and Gino had agreed to open their marriage. Jasmine was with a guy named Matt who goes to the gym with her. However, fans did not know many details about their dynamics, and were curious. Now that 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After is here, Gino and Jasmine have given an update regarding their relationship status and what is working between them. Turns out, they are still married. However, he has kicked Jasmine out of their home. She is living with the father of her baby Matt, and it has been 4 months. So 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After fans, justifying Gino's course of action and siding with him on this decision, voiced their opinions on X. One of them wrote, "So I didn't realize you could bring someone over here then kick them out, but I am 100% Team Gino. Jasmine deserved to be kicked out. She should get sent back." Jasmine's so damn worried about having sex but not putting this type of energy into bringing her kids over from Panama, said another fan. I'm so sick of Jasmine. She's a fraud who cheated on Gino with some rando Matt. I wish they would give her the walking papers, expressed one viewer. More netizens took to X to share their opinions. Another season of Gino and Jasmine staying together long enough to stay on this show and trying to convince us that they were in love. How long are we going to keep doing this? A tweet read. Gino was like Jasmine broke every rule set in the open marriage. That tracks. She just wants to stay married so she can have her green card also be asterisk on other dudes, wrote a user. I'm not even mad at Gino for kicking Jasmine out. She's been sneaking around with another guy behind his back the whole time, said a fan. What's crazy to me about Jasmine is that she refused to leave her dog in Panama but left both her kids, a 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After fan expressed. I am not sure how you are in an open marriage if Jasmine is living with Matt. Sounds more like a married couple refusing to file separation papers, like Gino doing his thing and Jasmine is doing her thing. They married only by paper, commented a fan. 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, an update on Gino and Jasmine. Gino and Jasmine are still married on 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9. However, the two have separated, but Jasmine is hoping that they'll reconcile after this rough path in their relationship because she still loves him. In the first episode of the season, Gino is seen going on a date and expressing how he is attracted to someone who is not his wife. The girl's name is Natalie, and the two visit an ice bar in Vegas and seem to be having a great time together. On the other hand, Jasmine reveals the real reason why Gino had kicked her out. Turns out that they had set some rules for their open marriage. However, he felt as if she was not complying with the same and kicked her out. This has led to her living with Matt, and it has been 4 months since the same. 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9 drops new episodes weekly on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on TLC. Later, these can be watched online via TLC Go. Fiancé's Jasmine Pineda reveals whose money she's spending. In America, is it Gino or Matt? 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, star. Jasmine Pineda came clean about her finances as she revealed whose money she's living on in America. Jasmine began dating Gino Palazzolo while she was in Panama. Gino met her in person and got engaged to her in December 2020. By June 2023, Jasmine was getting married to Gino in the US. Just a few months later, Jasmine met Matt Brannis, who became her baby daddy. Jasmine claimed she was unhappy with Gino not showing intimacy, but Gino accused Jasmine of cheating during 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, Season 9. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you're well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Jasmine complained about Gino controlling her spending when they were together. Is it Matt's money that she's using since leaving Gino? Jasmine recently told her Instagram followers that she's proud of herself for learning how to do her taxes all by herself. She showed her notes and spoke about how she goes month by month and then does a double check. Finally, I include other expenses like rent, internet, etc. She found the process to be easy and entertaining. In a separate story, Jasmine added, "No one has ever paid for any of my stuff ever in the United States." She wrote that she's been supporting herself and her family in Panama, including her mum and sister, all by herself, it is stern. Jasmine revealed that she has been working since she was 16 years old. She first cleaned apartments for a living. She then became a teacher's assistant at a university. Once Jasmine graduated, she immediately started working as a teacher. Jasmine was a teacher for 16 years, but she was fired for the first time ever due to a stupid mistake she made. Jasmine wants to prove to fans that she has the brains along with the beauty to make the money she does today. She had previously revealed that she has 7 degrees and is a doctor. She referred to herself as Dr. Jasmine Pineda after claiming she has a PhD. Jasmine spoke about how she lost her job when certain private pictures she had sent Gino somehow reached her workplace. Jasmine put the blame on an ex of Gino's. Meanwhile, he admitted he had sent the pictures to the ex to make the woman jealous. However, Gino also argued that Jasmine had been fired for arguing with a senior. Jasmine started promoting herself on an adult content platform after she gave up teaching. Fans helped her make money by buying cameo videos from her. Jasmine has continued using these platforms in America. She's also a social media influencer and a brand ambassador for Fashion Nova. However, about a year ago, Jasmine claimed she was unable to withdraw her money because she didn't have a work permit. Her saying she's been living off her own money since she came to America doesn't make sense. Jasmine was open about relying on Gino for financial support both in Panama and after moving in with him. She's mentioned this on the show and on social media. Now, however, she's trying to present a new image, claiming she's always been independent. Since starting her relationship with Matt, it's likely she's been depending on him financially as well. Jasmine has previously broken down over money troubles, and her story seems to shift often. This inconsistency makes it hard for 90 Day Fiancé. Happily ever after? Fans to fully trust what she says. 90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda is speaking out about her bitter split from her estranged husband, Gino Palazzolo, and claims he stole all of her TLC check. I filmed for almost 2 years for Gino to get paid double and keep my part of the money for himself. Now, on top of that, I have to play again the role of the bad guy, so people feel sorry for him and tune and root for him in single life while I have to ignore his abuse. Spoiler, he's not actually dating Natalie, it's just an agreement for TV. I don't give any more, Jasmine wrote via her Instagram stories. She continued, I have no desire to continue playing the bad guy and lying just because he has to be protected and have likability for his next single life season. He's an abuser,